Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again to the live stream. Shout out to Jeffrey Tad. I see you on here, brother. And the NTZ crew. Jacob Tanjay. I don't know if Michael beat your life. I hope he's going to be on here today. Any old heads? Chocolate Man Mike. What's going on? Michael Alexander. That's W Secrets to Success, man. Have you been debriefed yet since your trip to Thailand? Any new viewers and subscribers that's joining us for the first time today, welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, y'all know we always have a topic. Today's topic is don't let the experts get in the way of your dreams of living overseas. This is right out of my video about retiring that I did the other day with 17,000 in cash and 1,900 every month. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Peso is 55.51. Still excellent. If you're over here now, you better change those dollars because it's just like gasoline prices over there. At 12 o'clock, it might be 55.5, and then 2 o'clock is 54.5. He says, I'm back on the Matrix schedule. What's up, King Arthur? Yeah, I was just looking at the headlines back home because the guy says, Cal, do you keep up with what's going on back in America? Not really. I really don't have a choice, though, by being on YouTube. And I see where Cat Williams is now the president of black people over there. It was Deion Sanders, now it's Cat Williams. He's been just taking over black America with all that gossip and stuff that they're doing over there. We're too distracted. That's why I left. I want to enjoy my life. I got to keep the main thing the main thing. I don't give a damn what Kevin Hart did to get to where he is and all that stuff. Man, that stuff is gossip. It's nothing but a bunch of self-righteous fools over there. Somebody else, this is going to be the year of truth. Well, every year they say that. It's not going to change my life no matter what truth comes out. I don't give a damn what T.D. Jakes, he's sucking penises and all that. They've been doing that for years. What's up, Hitman? But here's some of the headlines, because I just looked it up when he asked me. 2 dead, 4 wounded in a shooting at an Iowa school. It was a 6th grader that got killed, and the 17-year-old ended up killing himself. Actually, five were wounded. 4 other students and a school administrator. Now, somehow they'll blame it on guns again, like they always do. Here's one out of Las Vegas, Nevada. 36-year-old Filipina is charged with murder for shooting and killing her next door neighbor, happened to be a pastor. Shot his wife too, but the wife survived. The children had it all on tape. They're sitting there videotaping it as it happens. But here's the story that kind of got me the worst. And that's when I cut it off. A disgruntled man, if you want to call him that, I call him a coward, in Chicago, kills his 19-year-old girlfriend and her 29-year-old cousin over a food stamp card. This clown that stole the girl's food stamp card. They argue about it, so he kills her, kills the cousin, shoots his little bitty infant son, too. Got grazed by the bullet, then goes to a park and kills himself. Yeah. I'm saying, got over a food stamp card. But we're all the time trying to put down other countries like we're on top of the world. No, I don't keep up with that junk over there, man. That's why I left. And I'm not in a hurry to get back. You know, and when I do go, I'm only going to be there for a split second because I'm afraid that it's just so petty over there. That somebody will kill you for stepping on the Air Force Ones. Don't surely don't bump up against one of them cars over there. You really dig it. Hell, life is cheap in America. You see, the guy went to school and killed a sixth grader. What possibly could a sixth grader have done to make him shoot a sixth grader? Never even got a chance to live, guys. So no, I don't keep up with that over there, man. And remember my video I did today about I'm tired of playing for love in the Philippines. On the video, I said, now watch. In the morning, there's going to be somebody in America talking about, oh, it's not me, and, being the exception, right? Well, it didn't even take until the morning. Here's a guy, I'm not even going to say his name, go in the comments. He said, stop picking women who have nothing going for themselves. There are plenty with a job, a degree, have something to build with. Spoken like a true delusional man who has very little experience over here in the Philippines. Probably never even been here before. Every other word was, you can get that over here. So I said, okay, keep dreaming. So then he responds back, I'm doing it. My girlfriend, I'm his Filipino girlfriend, has 2 houses because he met over in the Middle East. What, working over there? And she's got 2 houses over here. I'd like to see what they look like. She's probably been with 2 foreigners too. But my point is, everybody's the exception. We're in denial. Some guy said all men pay. Not to the extent that we pay over here. But keep on being in denial, guys. That's all I'm saying. One of these days you'll wake up. You're going to wake up. We laughed at Alan yesterday. Yeah, and she's supposed to, she's the exception as an OFW. And I don't put OFWs down. I have them in the highest of respect, okay, for the sacrifices they make. It's the guy I'm talking about, not the woman. But yeah, we laughed at Alan, man. I spent way more than $5 million. He's lucky that he cut it off at $5 million. Yeah, I'm 20 million and counting. Yeah, denial is not just a river in Africa. Yeah, everybody, there's going to be more in there. I just saw that. I'm like, wow, this guy, he has no clue. Okay, like Marilyn didn't have a job when I met her. Like Marilyn didn't have a degree when I met her and having something to build with. Okay, but the reality is it wasn't a whole lot. Okay, I'm that thread, that loose thread in the fabric. If you get rid of me, it all crumbles. Okay, and that's the position I've taken over here. And that's the position you have to make in your mind. Do I want that? Do I want that kind of pressure on my shoulders at 60, 65, 70 years old? That's the decision you have to make. But don't be in denial about it. We're trying to help each other. Yeah, Phil, you're right. Because we're in denial, Phil. We're laughing at ourselves for real. Some guys have done it. They just done it 5,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos at a time. Or they try to justify it. Okay? But yeah, Jacob, that's what we are, man. If I go down, it all comes crumbling down. That's a lot of pressure, man. I thought I was supposed to be retired over here. I thought I jumped off the hamster wheel, only to get on another damn wheel over here. Yeah, it does, Floyd. I mean, but everybody's the exception. Everybody's the tough guy. I'm not going to do it. Well, don't come over here then. But yeah, guys, let's get to this. Let's get to the subject today. But one more thing about headlines over there. And this is what really breaks my heart, right? Louisville, Kentucky, that little bit country bumpkin town that I'm proud to be, that is my hometown, by the way. I'm proud to be from there. I'm actually born in Lexington, raised in Louisville. Ended 2023 with 150 murders in that little bitty place in the Midwest. It's not Chicago. It's not Memphis. It's not New Orleans. It's Louisville, Kentucky. Man, life has no value anymore, man. I'm afraid to go home for real. You know what I'm saying? But we're always thinking we're the greatest nation in the world, man. Y'all drinking the Kool-Aid over there. We're still on planet Earth, no matter where you go. That's just the, just the bottom line. But these experts, because on my video talking about retirement, I said, how all the experts and the naysayers, they're in my rearview mirror now, because they're always talking about in terms of the perfect conditions, the perfect time, the right time. Well, the right time is always now. If you don't hear anything else I say, okay, you wait on the perfect conditions and the right time, you're going to be waiting. My brother died waiting, I told y'all. But I didn't tell y'all my father died waiting at 61. My mother died waiting at 62. I can keep going. You better do it now, whatever you're going to do, because these experts will come disguised as well-meaning friends and family, other expats, all these know-it-all vloggers. Okay, they'll try to discourage you from living your dreams, man, especially overseas in places like the Philippines. But I'm going to take a page out of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. He says, while you're waiting on those perfect circumstances, he said, go out and create the circumstances you desire. See, that's what I did. I said, shit, my life is running out. I said, fuck it. I took the 17,000 and I ran with it. Let the chips fall where they may. But I wasn't going to sit around and wait for the perfect time. Hell, I went out and created the circumstances. Now, see, that's what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. Keep on waiting if you want. Okay? You better do it now. All them people died waiting. But here's some of the stuff. Let's talk about some of the stuff these experts would tell you. You don't have enough money. See, that's what they told me. You're never going to have enough money. How you ever going to have enough money? This guy's on that wheel right now. They could retire right now and live a great life anywhere in the world. But these experts are going up in their head. You got to have $1 million if you a baby boomer and you trying to retire. Well, hell, the way I was going, I'd have been 100 by the time I reached $1 million. But yeah, they're going to tell you, you don't have enough money. So you wait. And you keep on working. Then by the time you get it, you're too broken down to make any kind of moves. You're going to move right into the nursing home. But that's what they'll tell you. They'll discourage you that. Look on YouTube if you think I'm lying. But these old know-it-all vloggers will tell you, I would go over here unless I had $3,000 a month. And one guy says 150,000 in the bank. I'm like, dude, that's less than 1% of the 1% of the people who follow me. They got 150 grand in the bank and $3,000 every month coming in. That's delusional. But we listen to it, and you end up waiting. And next thing you know, you're gonna wake up dead. I'm talking about really dead. I was looking on the YouTube today, all these videos of, oh, he died and he saw Jesus and God explained to him why there was so much suffering on earth. I said, no, this fool was in a coma. He wasn't dead. Because if you dead when you autopsy dead, when they take that, when you go on YouTube, they'll show you where they take that saw and cut all around here, pull that back and take out your damn brain. Cut that wire here, open you up, take out all your heart and all your intestines. Then you dead. Yeah, that fool was in a damn coma. Wasn't dead, Johnny. But y'all listen to that stuff. But one day you're going to wake up dead. It's going to be too late. Philippine Dream Team says Moonshine Shoulders seemed like a happy dude. If he had waited, he never would have experienced Philippines at all. Yeah, man. Because that's on my list. They'll say, you're too old. This is what your family and friends and all these vloggers and other expats will tell you. Yeah, you waited too late. I wouldn't come over here if I was 70. That's another lie that they tell you. And my buddy just got married the other day. He's 75. His wife is 41. He said, the hell with the experts, man. Don't let these experts get in the way, guys, because they got all the answers. They're talking about perfect conditions, the perfect time and all of that. It's never going to happen, man. The right time is now. It's always going to be now. But you can listen to them if you want to. I'm not. That's why I'm here now, living the best I've ever lived in my life. I don't have $1 million in the bank. I don't even have 10,000 in the bank. I don't even have 5,000 in the bank, really. Okay? But I'm over here living the best life that I can. I've got an insurance policy, though. Something happens to me. I built the house. This is the insurance policy for them over here. And I got insurance policy for my kids over there. But yeah, they'll tell you you're too old. You know, one of my subscribers, he's 89 over here. I mean, we fell out, you know, but I don't have anything against him. You know, he's probably watching now. But he's 89. I think his girlfriend is 39. But they'll tell you, oh, you're too old. Hey, Kesman, thank you, brother. He said, you're an inspiration, Cal. Keep it up. Here's something else they'll tell you. You're not in good enough shape. Your health is failing. This is what they'll tell you. Never went to medical school. Never performed a physical on anybody. They're just going to look at you and say, oh, you're not in good enough shape. I wouldn't come over here in a wheelchair. You know, you need, get that cataract surgery done first and all that, right? They're going to try to discourage you from living your dreams. The time is now, guys. Don't wait, because you're going to die waiting. I promise you that. People more deserving than any of us on this vlog today died waiting for that perfect time, the perfect conditions, the right circumstances, for everything to line up. It's never going to happen. You got to go out and create those circumstances. Yeah. But they'll say, oh, yeah, you should lose more weight before you come over there. Filipinos don't like big men and all that. Yeah, if he's got a big wallet, that's all he needs. Hey, thank you, Kesman Flowers, for that super chat. He said, keep up the great work, Cal. You're an inspiration. I keep watching your channel to keep me inspired. See, that's all I want to be, man. And I'm glad that you say this, because a lot of people miss the whole point of my vlogs. I want you to see that I'm over here doing it. I want you to see that I said, fuck it. I'm taking the 17,000 and let the chips fall where they may. I'm not listening to the damn experts, man. The experts is over there miserable. They're experting. The experts are experting while I'm over here living the damn life that I always dreamed of, better than the life I ever dreamed of. But they're doing what experts do, experting. Robert Dames said, thoughts become things for real. Yeah, absolutely. Me and Michael, a friend of mine, he was a subscriber. He's a subscriber, but he's a friend now. He came over, him and his wife. We went out to dinner. We took them around looking for some houses because they like San Carlos City, and we ate dinner. And he said it all starts in here. You know, he's talking universal law. We're talking universal law at the dinner table. And of course, you know, the Filipinos, they're looking like, what are you talking about? You know, but everything starts in your mind. The phone that you're watching me on, a computer or television, started in somebody's mind first. The chair you're sitting on, everything. Yeah, the world, yeah, the experts hate to see me unhappy. They're experts. See, a lot of these guys, okay, they'll say uh, there's no such thing as a good. You're never gonna find a good woman over there. They'll tell you they're all scammers over here. That's what they'll tell you because they're looking for the perfect woman. There is no perfect woman, guys. There's no perfect relationship. If it's ever going to be perfect, you got some work to do. But that's what they tell you. Oh, there's number of scammers over there. And they'll say something like, oh, you're banned, love. She's using you. Well, use me up. As a matter of fact, if what you're doing to me is using me, then use me up. Because it's better than sitting over there like a piece of trash, lonely. They're going to talk about you anyway. Whether you there rotting away in that old warehouse of a senior citizen high rise, or you over here chasing one of these young women, they're going to talk about you. So hell, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to live my life the way I want to because they're going to talk. I may have to go home for a little while, but I keep on reading these headlines. I might not be going nowhere. But I'm going to have to go home anyway because I got some business to take care of. Plus, I don't know. I had my son, my passport expires March 2025. That's not far away, guys, okay? Really, 6 months from now is when I'm going to go. I took him in Cebu, and that's maybe where I'll go. Hey, Tito Randy, thanks for that super sticker. But yeah, these guys, the experts are experting over there while I'm over here living my dreams, guys. Yeah, use me and abuse me, man. You know, they're going to talk about you anyway, guys. Whether you over there rotting away or you over here having the time of your life. Hey, Hood Jay said, Cal's the real deal. You my family, where you stay, one best place in the Philippines for grown folks. Yeah, they like it over here. So we looked at a nice place yesterday. I'll go past this street just about every morning when I walk. I never saw this house. And it's beautiful, man. I'm almost sure they want $4 million for it, but the way they got it laid out, it's worth it. You know, it's really worth it. Hey, C Money, thanks for that super chat. He said, you don't sugarcoat anything, brother. No, because it's not going to do us any good. You can wait around if you want, C Money, 27. I'm not. Because they'll tell you, wait till you get 62. Then when it comes to getting your Social Security, the best time to do it. No, the best time to do it is when I'm eligible at 62. I'm not going to wait till I'm 67 and God forbid 70. You people are crazy. Give me my money now if I qualify for it. What am I waiting for? So it'll run out. Some guy was on the video today. He said, Cal, at least you spent your money, your retirement money before the system imploded. But I got a better one, LA Detroit, before I died. Because a lot of you guys are saving all that money up for some other Tom, Dick, and Harry to spend it. Him and your wife is going to be in Mexico some damn where you're going to be pushing up daisies because you're waiting for the perfect time. True Serum says the skepticism usually comes from the ones that can't and won't get it done. They're all like that. Or the expat over here who thinks, oh, I don't want any more people over here. He's so stupid. He doesn't realize that you can put all the expats together that are over here from all the different countries, only like 8 million at its peak over here, out of a country of 110 million, and it's going to be like a drop in the bucket. There's plenty room over here, but they want you to think the sky is falling. The Philippines is closing. We don't want any more expats over here. So you're too old. He says it may not be there in 7 years. That's what I'm saying. I don't give a damn. Yeah, he says, why not renew your passport at the U.S. Embassy now? Then you won't have to come back. I'm going to the consulate. That's why I took my son to renew his. And it didn't take him long because everybody on my live stream was saying, man, it's taking, they're applying for their passports and they're renewing. They're saying it's taking so many weeks and, it's a backlog. When I took him, man, it was during that time. Less than a month, he had his new passport. They mailed it right to him. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Hey, what time is it? Travel said, I got my 76-year-old uncle listening to you. Yeah, they'll tell him he's too old. Thank you. What time is it, Travels? You're never too old because if he keeps waiting, he's going to wake up dead. He's going to wait too late. My brother died waiting, 55, waiting for his diabetes to get better, for them to find a cure and all that. My mother died at 62 waiting for a cure for cancer. You can travel with cancer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to let one of these experts get in the way of me living my best life, because that's what they'll do. You don't have enough money. Do we ever have enough money? Can you ever have enough money, really, guys? You're always going to want more. Because I always tell you all the time, I left a lot of money on the table. Imagine I retired at the top of my game at 55 years old. I could have easily, I'm 60 now, I'll be 61 this year if the creek don't rise. That's 6 years of earning 100,000 plus renewals. But hell, it ain't gonna do me no good in the graveyard. I was headed to the graveyard. I was gonna be autopsy dead. I wasn't gonna be in some coma thinking the doctor is Jesus, because that's delusional. Them people aren't dead. But y'all can keep believing that stuff if you want. He died and talked to God, and God told him why they're suffering and why he allows suffering and pain. You think I'm lying? Go on YouTube now and put that in the search. Dude, you was not dead. I promise you that. They did not take your brain out. I love LaChine. Says some people will never be satisfied with how much money they have. It's a feeling of insecurity. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to die on that wheel. I worked at one of the best jobs I've ever had. Now, I'm not talking about my insurance career, but I'm talking about a job, was at DuPont Chemicals. I mean, I was earning $20 an hour back in 1992. And don't give me overtime. Don't come in on Sunday. It's double time. Now it's $40 an hour. Well, this guy, we had a union. He was the top of the list, the union. He had been there 40 or 45 years. All he did, ladies and gentlemen, when he came to work was make the coffee and clean the break room, because in each station, they had some of the best perks in all America, and probably still do. But that's all his job was. And he sat around all day. He was the top. Don't you know that man retired, man? I want to say within 30 days he was dead. Let's just say a year, but I'm almost sure it was 30 days he was dead. Because he didn't have enough money. He's listening to the experts. Yeah, they are going to talk about you anyway, Robert. Every day. That's why I told Marilyn, she gets so upset with the comment section, right? And I said, they're going to talk about us anyway. If everything I said on the video was 100% right, there's going to be somebody that comes in there and say, you always right. I don't like you because you're always right. They're always going to talk about you. So I get out in front of that. I'll let you know I don't give a damn. You can talk about me all you want. You miserable. I got better things to do with my time. Yeah, Michael Alexander said both of my parents died at 53. Our condolences, man. He said, I'm 60 now. That's just so young, man. My father was 61 when he died. And my father was not ready to die. He was mad as hell. And my mother said, I said, why is daddy so angry? He's going to die. You know, but we always waiting around, listening to these damn experts. You got some money now. You're trying to do something. Do it now. Because I don't want some other man spending my hard-earned money, enjoying the fruits of my labor. That's why me and my wife, my ex-American wife, fell out. Because I'm like, okay, I agreed to give her the house. Now, the loan is in my name. I'm responsible for the mortgage and everything like that. But then you're going to move some jackleg in there? Oh, that's what pissed me off. See, that's when we fell out. You know, I don't care nothing about you fooling around with some man, but you're going to let him enjoy the fruits of my labor? No. So I won't make that mistake again. SEAC 777 said the break-even age for collecting at 62 versus 67 is 15 years. I'm fine with collecting at 62 because I'm not guaranteed to live to 78. Absolutely. And even if you do, I'm in much better shape. I can enjoy my money at 62 a lot better than I can at 70. I mean, if you don't hear nothing else on this live stream today, listen to this. You're going to die, okay? All that old, because it's crazy that, believe it or not, 40% of Americans, see, I look this stuff up. This kind of stuff amazes me. 40% of Americans who are alive right today think that Jesus is going to descend from the clouds and save the world in their lifetime. 44% actually. That's never going to happen, guys. You're going to die, okay? Whether Jesus is real or not. I'm not convinced that he is. I can't prove that he's not, but I'm not convinced that he is. You're going to die. I'm convinced of that. Okay? So if you want to wait until all of that, somebody else is going to be spending your money, I promise you. Hey, Confidential Voice Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He says, I got 2 years to clear some matrix debt, and I would be out of it 100. Do what I want to do. I always think of my cousin who died at 34. Too soon. Yeah. I had a brother who was murdered at 26. Really. The only thing he did wrong when he got up that day was he got drunk. That's the only thing he did wrong. He ended up dying. 26 years old. A 1 week before his 27th birthday. I've seen enough people die, guys. I've attended enough funerals. I've read enough obituaries to know that death is real. I'm no longer in denial about that. So if you want to talk about me, oh, you only had 17,000. Well, how much are you going to have when they bury your ass? I'm going out with zero. That's why you get the insurance the best you can, because what people don't realize is I've gave my children, and most of us watching this, we've given them the best gift that we could ever give them. And that's a great example to live by. Now, whether or not they follow it, that has nothing to do with you. You can't feel guilty about that. I guarantee you, I had one of the best mothers, probably the best human beings that ever walked this earth. It didn't stop me from walking into the crack house, destroying my life for how many years. But I can't blame my mother for that. What's up, Sam McCall? He says, I had to leave my last motor carrier because he was an overbearing Bible thumper. It got old. I don't knock people's religion. I really don't. I don't have a problem with religion. I have a problem with the hypocrisy. I have a problem with the ignorance. A lot of it is, they have all the answers. And I'm like, man, you're real confident. You're not humble like you're supposed to. To say that this earth was created for us. Oh, man. Well, if you want to believe that, don't get on me because I don't believe it. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you, death does not discriminate. I don't care. You could be the best looking person in the world, the richest, the most intelligent. You can have all the degrees you want. Your life is running out like the rest of ours. You're going to die. Street Cred says, sometimes the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. Thank you, America. I hear you, man. I mean, really. The worst thing that ever happened to you could actually turn out to be the best thing that happened to you. But when I pick up the newspaper, which I rarely do, and I look at these headlines, I'm like, y'all dreaming over there. If you think that that's the greatest country in the world, we all suffering, man, on this volatile planet. There's no best. All that's in your mind. All that's subjective. All that I'm the greatest, I'm the best, we're the mightiest and all that. But we talking about these experts, that are always meddling in your business. They're going to discourage you from doing something because they're afraid to do it. Or they can't do it. They're on that damn hamster wheel. They want you to stay over there with them. You don't have enough money. Who's got enough money? Look at these basketball players. They go broke. And sport athletes and entertainers, they make these millions and millions of dollars. And then you look up and they're broke. So can you really have enough money? I mean, really, they go broke, man. And you thinking, it's unbelievable. There's no way they can be broke, but they do. More money, more problems. Is that what Biggie Smalls said? Really. You never have enough money. If Lamar Jackson just signed a $260 million contract for like 5 years, right? Now, 5 years after he retires, he's probably going to be broke like everybody else, with taxes and bad investments and all that stuff right there. So you might as well live now, and that's the way they do. They don't invest in the stuff that really matters. They don't have a legacy. They have a legacy of cars. You get so tired of looking at all that stuff. Like, man, how many cars can you have? I mean, look at Antoine Walker. He had 10 cars at the top of his celebrity. Now he's not broke, but he doesn't have that 110 million anymore. It's the same as us that keep coming over here, throwing away our life savings on these women. You would think that these new athletes coming in the leagues would look at the guys who squandered their money and say, "That's not going to happen to me." No, it happens to them. But these damn experts are always, "Are you too old, Cal? Well, you." Okay, the NFL game is on. Yeah, he says, "Talk to you later." See? Cisco International said, Angelo Habib, is it awkward when you use technology, medicine, etc., that was developed through science and not imaginary people in the sky? Yeah, but see, they'll have some type of answer for that. That's why I don't debate religion or people's beliefs or anything like that, because they're always going to find some kind of way to counter what common sense. Because you got to suspend your intelligence when you start talking about that stuff. I died and met Jesus. No, dude, you was in a coma. You ain't met no, you wasn't dead. When they cut your ass off, take out all your organs, and then you come back talking shit, I'll bring you on the damn live stream. But they're not going to do that. You're going to rot away like the rest of us. And them damn groundhogs are going to eat your ass like they eat everybody else. Once the thin ass casket and vault that you done bought falls apart, he died and met Jesus. Yeah, you can believe that shit if you want to. But here's a good one. You're not in good enough shape. Your health is failing. Don't come over here because the health insurance is not good, they'll tell you. Well, then you ask them, well, why is 400,000 people a year dying in hospitals in America? Since the healthcare is so damn good, but they're going to tell you that. All the healthcare over here is no good. See, that's a good one they try to hit you with. They try to scare you. They try to scare you straight. But what it really comes down to is misery loves company. They're afraid, man. It takes courage to do what I did. I don't care what you say. To just pack it all up and move and say the hell with it. You know, it really doesn't take that much courage, but we're so spoiled and we're so set in our ways. We've created that box that's starting to resemble a damn casket, and you're afraid to step outside of it. It really don't take a whole lot of courage to come over here. Not for me. I was 55. I'm 60 now. If something happens, guess what? I go home. Okay? Dust myself off and try it again. He said, such a serious topic, but half the funniest live stream in a short time. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, I don't argue with people about their beliefs. Mike Dorsonville said Lamar Jackson's a Christian. Him and his mother, they're from right here in Pompano Beach, Florida. Yeah. You know, they always say, you know, we all proclaim to be Christians. I don't have a problem with that. It's your actions, man. And then you say, well, we all fall short. They'll say, well, damn, you've been studying this religion and following it for your whole damn life, 40, 50 years of your life, and this is the best they can do for you? You can still gonna come back and fall back on their I'm not perfect stuff? Come on, guys, let's move to the topic. I don't want to talk about that stuff, man. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You're going to die, so you better hope and pray that there's somebody waiting to grab your soul. Kratos says, I was in a long-distance relationship, but after hearing your advice, Cal, I decided to end it. You're right, it's torture. It is torture. But we're so damn smart. Who would enter into a long-distance relationship with a woman that lives 8,000 miles away, who cannot come to see you, by the way? You got to do you got to spend all the money. You the one got to take the plane ride and all of that. Take off from work and all that, right? Why would you put yourself through that? Come over here, you fall in lust. That's all it is. You know, she turns you upside down and inside out. Now you got to go 8,000 miles back over there. You don't know when you're going to come back. All you seeing is her on the other side of the screen. That's torture. But she's going to peekaboo you to death to keep you to sending that damn money over here. She's going to peekaboo you to death. It's torture. I wouldn't do it unless you can make that 100% commitment where y'all together all the time. Just forget it, man. That's the stupidest thing they ever came up with. Who benefits from that? And then you have to understand who's pushing these long distance relationships when you ask yourself who's benefiting, because you're not. You're not benefiting at all. You're a damn fool to do that. Whenever I met a woman, it was never over 2 weeks. I'm there. I'm not gonna sit there and torture myself. You're not gonna sit there and show me TNA all damn day, and I go to bed frustrated, can't get off work, don't know when I'm gonna get over there again. Then you signing up for the visa, and it takes forever. Now they got a backup going. You still doing this long distance relationship, guys? That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Until you can come over here and she can get over there 100%, just forget it, man. I wouldn't put myself through that misery. He says, I have more faith than some priests. Well, that's what the guy said, Christopher Hitchens. He said, the No Child Left Behind. He said the priest had a saying that no child's behind left. They over rape, not over here, but around the world, raping his little kids, and then they will go and preach the gospel to you. And the whole time they preaching the gospel, they got that little child in their mind. What they gonna do to them when they get them back there in the altar room or whatever. He said, what did I eat for breakfast? I had pancakes today. Merlin went and bought me some Jollibee pancakes. Guys, when you get over here, Jollibee has the best pancakes. I'm talking about, it's a fast food place, right? These pancakes are better than IHOP. They're better than Pancake House. And I believe they're cooking their pancakes. I can't tell you 100% for sure, but I think they are, because they always call back their pancakes, and when you get them, they're piping hot. They're not the kind coming out of the microwave, because if you've ever eaten those microwave pancakes, after a while, they get hard. Yeah, after a while. SW says, I've got a 3-week vacation coming up in September. Should I only spend time in the Philippines, or should I split it with Thailand? Well, that's a good question. That's a question for yourself. If you're going to do both, you better do Thailand first. Even though Thailand is more sophisticated and all that, the intangibles of the Philippines may grab a hold of you, and then you're going to end up not going to Thailand. So I would go to Thailand first. They're so close together, SW. I mean, really, that you wouldn't believe it. About 2.5 hours, really. That's all it took us. And remember, there's a time difference. Ozzy411 says, my dream has always been Asia anyway. So I'm here. I'm supposed to be. Yeah, that's right. From your mind to reality. That's what Michael was talking about. He said, man, something when you create it in your mind, and then next thing you know, you got it in your hand. I've done that before too. He says, what are you having for supper? Same thing I have every day, either chicken or fish. Yeah, either chicken or fish. I mean, it doesn't get too, we don't complicate it, Angelo. Yeah, but they're good. They're good, man. Jollibee, B. Cox says, Jollibee got the best chicken, but pancakes, no. It just depends on, who you are. To me, they have the best pancakes. I really like their pancakes. Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, really, it's like night and day here. The pancakes at McDonald's are thin. I guarantee you they're those microwave type, because I had a friend that worked at the warehouse in Louisville, Kentucky, where, they supplied the McDonald's, and I used to buy cases of those pancakes. You got to get them right out of the microwave and eat them, or they'll get hard. They'll get rubbery. Oh yeah, they're better than Waffle House. He said, Cal, wish you could get Cat Williams on the live. That would be entertainment. He's entertaining for sure. But now he's taking over Deion Sanders' spot as the president of black people over there now. I mean, because he broke the internet with that self-righteous rant he did. Because it does, whatever he said was interesting, but it doesn't affect me one way or the other. But now if you look on YouTube, every video, even I'm gonna tell you how sick it is over there. Now, Shannon Sharp, because you can never have enough money, it's never enough, okay? He does an interview with the man. He sets a record. I think it's like 15 million views in one day. It's a record. The most views for an interview ever, right? But that's not enough for him. Now he's taking the interview apart, piece by piece, and releasing them. It's smart, but I'm saying, come on, guys. And then everybody else is doing the same thing. See? That's why I had to leave from over there. People get in line. There's nothing organic hardly on YouTube. I'm the closest thing to organic on YouTube. These guys got all that money, but there's nothing organic about it, guys. I can't deal with that. It's ignorance to me. Who cares about what Kevin Hart did to get on top? How's it going to affect you? But was it entertaining? Absolutely. But I mean, now he's the greatest thing since like bread. No, he's a great salesman. I was watching, they had on the news in, I want to say LA. No. Yeah, it may have been LA. They had 4 comedians. They were asking, hey, what's your take on it? And the one guy said, he's selling tickets. He said, they were in Houston. He said, because the last time he came to Houston, he was upset because he didn't sell out. There's a lot of empty seats. He said, now, when he comes back this year, I bet every seat will be full. He said he was selling tickets. But yeah, he's, they ain't paying my bills. I mean, it's just, we're just so distracted over there. It's all, we like to be entertained like that. But they're not giving you anything to live by. But they certainly aren't paying my bills, man. But it's just a trip, man, when men gossip like that. That's all the main, even all these sports shows, all they're doing is gossiping. I'm like, come on, man. Of all them years you played in the NBA, that's all you can do? Or the NFL, whatever it is? Scalper says, Cal, the best pancakes are the ones you make at home and someone getting lazy. Well, hell, even when you make them at home, Scalper ass, you get the complete pancake mix from the store. Just add water. I mean, there ain't a whole lot to that. Yeah, they're not going to. It's just the people we're following. I won't follow them, man. I got out of line a long time ago. That's why people don't like me. I speak my mind. Give a damn about that stuff over there, man. They ain't got all them views, and that's not enough for him because the experts say it's not enough. He said, Cal, what do you like about Philippines over Thailand? Well, I was only in Thailand 5 days, really, and I haven't really been a lot of places in the Philippines, right? But I'm going to answer your question. It's just that the Philippines has like a throwback feel to it. I'm welcome, man. I can feel the warmth of the people here. When I was in Thailand, it was like nobody saw me. It was like I was really invisible. I saw very few Thai people, really. Only time I saw a lot of Thai people was when I got on the BTS to go to the mall and when I was in the mall. But when I was like walking down Beach Road, or it's Beach Road in Pattaya, I saw mostly foreigners. Same thing in Bangkok. But they both have a lot going for them. We don't have to compare them. You know, that's for fools, man, when you start comparing, because now I got to take apart Thailand to make Philippines look good. I take apart the Philippines to make Thailand look good. You can enjoy them both. But the people here are more engaging to me. You know, but remember, I was only there for 5 days. They're both good to me. Yeah, but hell, who's cooking pancakes from scratch now? And you're not going to get the same flavor when them damn pancakes now with just that damn enriched flour and eggs and what else they put in there. I mean, you can tell, yeah, you was raised on it. But I guarantee you, when's the last time you had homemade pancakes? Yeah, that's all it is. It's all about money, capitalism. It just means everything can be sold. And it is over there. Everything can be sold. But this is just one of the things that the experts will tell you. You don't have enough money. Well, that Shannon Sharp interview just tells you we're never satisfied over there. And that's what we're taught. Never to be satisfied. That's man, you can be satisfied. You can be content. See, I'm pushing back against that, because if that's the case, you're always going to be pushing till you die. One of my best friends, man, he was a left-handed quarterback for the football team. His father was like an insurance executive when we were back in high school. I met him, I was a junior. He was a sophomore. And don't you know his father died at 50, man, of a heart attack. Pushing, man. You know, had the big job back then, the fancy cars, everything, the houses. He pushed himself to death. Yeah, that's how they keep you on the wheel. But I mean, okay, you see how crazy we went over Dion. Now we're doing it over Cat Williams. And I'm like, there's nothing he said of substance. It's all entertainment. But there was no substance there. Oh, they're stealing jokes. Okay, and then what happens? The guy comes the next day and shows a video of him stealing somebody's jokes. You know, it was just a self-righteous rant to me. He sounded like a little bitch to me. I'm like, come on, man. You better than that. I lost a lot of respect for him because you just sound like a tattletale, like a snitch. Some shit needs to be unsaid, man, that you talking about. Nobody care about that stuff. We can't do anything with that information, man. You know, we can't do anything with that information. Marlon says, you're right, Cal. I live in Thailand. I love that I'm invisible. I was in the Philippines for a week. I felt I was being watched and mapped. Both places have wonderful attributes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we compare them. They're like night and day. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You got Buddhists over there, Christians here. I mean, it's just totally different. The Philippines, people don't understand, was colonized, man. 350 years by the Spanish, 50 years by American. That would change the country. War was actually fought on this territory over here, a full-out war. It's a lot different, man. You can't compare those two, man. You're going to go crazy comparing them. It's just not a viable thing to do. I mean, what are you going to get out of it? We're going to argue all day. You know, if I know in my mind that the Philippines is better than Thailand, there's nothing you can say or do that's going to convince me that it's not. Same with you. So why even bother? Nobody has explored Thailand enough or the Philippines enough to even make a real educated comparison, but it gets clicks and views It's an argument because that's what we love to do in the West. We love to argue. Hey, what's up, Alex? Yeah, that's what I mean. He says, yeah, Dave Diaz says, yeah, how does everyone profit from petty nonsense information? Unless you're Cat Williams, unless you're Shannon Sharp, unless you're the people who produce that show and all the other people who are taking that um, interview apart piece by piece and putting it back out there. It's crazy to me. I'm like, didn't you just watch the damn video? Why are you watching it again with somebody else's name at the bottom on the channel? We're ignorant like that in America, but we're supposed to be so damn civil and civilized and everything like that. Now we're a bunch of fools over there, and that's why I left. We're disengaged from reality. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't forget the Japanese occupation cap. I don't know why I always forget that. It has a lot to do with what's going on over here. You know, and a lot of things, guys, that we don't have time to talk about. But history matters. Go back and look at where the Philippines was in 1975 compared to all of Asia. And you're going to be shocked. They had the #1 Air Force in Asia. Okay, they were head and shoulders above Singapore in 1975, guys. But a lot has happened since then. Okay, that you shouldn't waste your time worrying about. I like the peace and quiet over here. If I wanted all that hustle and bustle, I would have stayed at home. I mean, if I was worrying about what you say, the infrastructure and all of that. He says, hey, Cal, I guess you don't want to meet Lamar Jackson because Lamar's a Bible thumper. He will bore you to death with the Bible. A great dude. I mean, you know, I like him because he's humble and all that, man. But, you know, his father died at an early age. It's just, you know, I don't knock people's beliefs. But, you know, a lot of the religious people I talk to, they're not too intelligent. And the intelligent ones, they suspend their intelligence. You have to suspend it to believe some of that stuff. And then when the scientists and all of that come forward with more information, they go back and rewrite stuff in that Bible and all that stuff to make it catch up with the modern times. I mean, I don't knock Lamar Jackson, man, you know, but they're going to say, oh, God shows favor to them. See, that's what I don't like. You know, nobody prayed more than my mother. Nobody helped more people than my mother. And she still died like a dog. So, you know, all that favor and stuff like that, that's bullshit, man. He said, Calvin, similar to YouTubers on life in the Philippines. Well, not as much as that. But remember, most of the viewers are from over there, Nathaniel Drug Free. Because we like that kind of stuff. Sex is selling over here right now. That's all they're selling right now. You come up with an educational video that's going to help put you on your feet when you get over here. You may get 500 to 1,000 views. You better be talking about sex, and you're not going to get nothing, dude. Yeah, Rob says history does matter, however, governments have destroyed countries. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, history. These governments, but we don't want to go back and really research and find out how things are. How did they get to where they are today? We didn't just wake up. Most people are so ignorant, they think that the world has always been the way it is today. Go back and see how when Britain was the superpower, how they went and cut up those countries and renamed them and all of that. You know, the names of these countries were not the original countries. How arrogant can people be when they do that? But we have no clue. The Philippines was named something before it was the Philippines. Hell, that was only a little bit over 500 years ago. What was it before that? You don't know because you don't care. They named it after what, King Philip II or something? Some white man 8,000 miles away that had nothing to do with the Philippines. Okay, they just decided, oh, we're going to honor him and name this country over here the Philippines after him. But we don't care, we always we let the experts get in the way of our living. Not just you living your dreams or living your dreams overseas, just living. They get in your way because we listen to these experts. You should be living, let them do all the experting. You live, man. You got common sense. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? Yeah, but if you take your time, you can find out what's right from wrong. Because at the base, your mother and father told you what was right from wrong. But we're too disengaged. We're too distracted. I mean, the internet, he done set the internet on fire. Every video is about him in that interview. And I'm like, damn, is it that important? But it doesn't move the needle anywhere in our life. That's all I'm saying. I mean, are we ever going to learn to think for ourselves? Are we going to continue to be led around by the nose by people who know less than you? We're following the followers over there. That's what we're doing. I'll bet everything I've got that Shannon Sharp is a gay. I don't care, but I can put my money on it. But he's not going to sit there and say, I don't care, but I'm just saying, guys. Just like he said, you know right from wrong. I know right from wrong. I can see right through him. He's nothing but a damn, dick lover. Imagine you're going to be all world and multi-millionaire. You're over in America. You have any woman you want, and you don't have a woman. You don't even have a child. You don't think enough. You're not man enough even to bring somebody else in the world. How selfish can you be with that? You ain't nothing but a dick lover. Now, take that and share it to his channel. I don't care. I think for myself. I'm going to say what I want to say. Ain't nothing but a dick lover. I wouldn't care what Columbus did. Columbus didn't do nothing. The Philippines was already here. You can't discover something that was already here. People was already here, minding their own business, living life long before those explorers came over here. Hey, Mr. Oz, boss. He said, hey, Calvin, I'm glad I caught your stream. Hey, thank you. Well, that's your opinion. And I'm going to respect your opinion on my live stream. But I like the peace and quiet. I mean, you can really find a good woman anywhere. I think that what's happened is I think we're overblowing that. I think we're taking that too far, to the extreme, after being over here on and off for 15 years. Yeah, there's good women here. There's good women everywhere. But ask Alan, is there good women over here? He ended up spending $5 million for nothing. But I think we're taking that too far. Compared to who? Yeah, compared to what you've experienced in your life. Yeah, there are some good women over here, but the Philippines doesn't have the monopoly on women. Let me say that right now. Are good women. There's good women over there. They just don't want your ass because it's a different culture. Well, I'm just saying it doesn't matter, man. He's a gay now. I can be wrong. You know, he's running around with a tutti frutti now. I'm just telling you. I don't know for sure. I don't know anything for sure, but I'm alive today. You know, I'm not gonna argue with anybody about it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Kingo. That's what I'm saying. What does it matter? He said, Calvin, my deceased nephew used to work security for celebrities. Some of the comments about some of them I think were true. Okay, now what? Okay, what? Ludacris sucked a dick. Now what? What's that gonna do? How's it gonna move the needle in your life, a man or anybody else's? Now we know, okay, he likes dick or whatever. Big deal. Somebody stole some jokes. Guys, it's not that important. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's really not that important. But in America, it is. He set the internet on fire gossiping. Okay? And when something like that happens, it puts everything in perspective. It's the bottom line. Yeah, he said, history, DJ Way says, not all humans need to make babies. Well, whose decision is that? Is that yours? So now you're God. Now you're going to put on a cape. Yeah, Rob, he said, I just can't believe what I just saw. Christopher Columbus discovered the Philippines. There's lost souls in the world. But this is the stuff that we argue about and we'll fall out about. What's going on with somebody else's life, man? Look, it's so much going on in my life. I really don't have time to bother with anybody else's life. When I do my vlogs, man, I'm doing them about my life and what I'm experiencing over here. I don't give a damn what people are doing over here. No, this is just how I talk. It's just that y'all got to realize I'm in my bedroom with this good acoustics. I'm always hyped up. See, that's another problem. Y'all can't get passionate enough about anything. Everything is like this with y'all. Hell, some days I'm like this. I'm like a damn rocket ship. And some days I'm not. Some days I am right there in the middle with y'all. You know. But most days I'm passionate, man. I'm excited, man. I don't know how much longer I've got. You guys act like you're going to live to be 1,000 years old. That's the problem. You're going to die. Okay, sooner rather than later. You're just a whiff of smoke in the universe. But you're sitting around, I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get loud. I'm going to be a perfect human being till they cut your damn scalp open and take your brain out. Then it's too late. Spaces and places out there. That's facts, Calvin. Grown men gossiping, worrying about other men's business. That's feminine shit. It is, man. But we got all this manosphere stuff. When are people going to come up with some organic stuff? What's really going on in your mind? Share with us some real stuff so we can be educated, so we can be, helped really, because we need help over here. Hey, thanks. I'm not saying that makes him gay because he doesn't have kids. Retired 2019. Let's not fall out about this petty stuff, guys. Okay? I mean, the fact that a man has kids and a man doesn't have kids, it doesn't make either one any better than the other. Okay? We're only going to be here a short time. Yeah, you know, I'm always hyped up. You know, that's the problem. I'm going to get hyped. Yeah, enthusiasm is a great thing. Without enthusiasm, man, where would I be? Probably still crawling around over there in the crack house floor. If you act enthusiastic, you're going to become enthusiastic. I can speak. I'm hyped up now. We can go swimming after this. But most of you guys, you just sit around like I'll be here forever. I'll get excited later on. He says, "Sir Calvin, is it true that the sun rises and sets about the same time over there?" Well, you know, thank goodness, Robert, that the sun never rises and sets. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's no daylight savings time over here. It gets dark about the same time every night. And if you're in Manila and you go over there by Manila Bay, you can get some great pictures of the sun setting on the ocean about 5:45, somewhere around there. But yeah, you're right. He said, on a lighter note, what will you have for breakfast on the first day you wake up dead, Cal? That's going to be a good one, man. Yeah, you know, um, my thing is we're just too distracted, guys, you know, because we're being led by these experts over there. They'll tell you what to be worried about and what to follow and what to get excited about. I'm just not excited by that interview, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, what are you gonna do? Kill me for it? Because I'm not gonna talk about it on any of my vlogs. I'm not gonna take a piece out of it and make a reaction about it. I think it's ridiculous when we do that, man. There's no talent uh, connected to that. I mean, what he said wasn't all that important. Dave Rodriguez said, "Y'all dudes be acting soft. Calvin is entitled to his opinion. That's why you're here, clown. Cal, talk your shit 100. I am. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to have a conversation. You know, there's all type of people watching and following my channel and stuff, but I'm still going to be me all the time. I'm not going to change. I mean, I get excited about certain things. I get passionate about certain things. I get enthusiastic. Most days I do, but not every day am I inspired. Mr. Oswald says, I want to come back to the Philippines this year. I was in Bulacan. It's a nice part of the Philippines. How was the weather when you were there? What time of the year were you there? Yeah. Oh, now this is a great point. So, Cal, we don't realize it, but when we see you, we are looking at the matrix, and it's very odd. We see your passion. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. When you're over there, you're like, what's he guy so happy about? What's he so excited about? He should be miserable like everybody else over here. But when you experience true freedom for as long as I have, and it transforms you, man, you start talking different. You start acting different, man. People don't know you anymore. They say, well, when you coming back? When I get ready to come back. I'm not ready to come back yet. You know, I don't think like everybody else thinks, man. I used to do that. The fads and stuff. I wear whatever I want to wear now. That's one thing I like about the Philippines over here. I could wear this shirt 3 days in a row and won't nobody give a damn. If I wore this shirt 2 times, the first thing you'll say, you had this shirt on yesterday. Big deal. Hey, Maurice Howard, thanks for that super sticker. Man, you guys better learn to live your life, man. We've been shuffling around for too damn long. worry about what people think about you. They're going to talk about you anyway. Like I say all the time, I don't know anything about eternal life, but I do know about eternal death. My mother's been dead a long time. My brother's been dead for 40 years. And I ain't not a peep from him. Okay? Not one peep from him. He's going to be dead a long time, guys. Robert Dane says, I didn't watch the movie Titanic. And I'm not going to watch that that interview. I have better things to do. Absolutely. And this is what I say. I was telling Marilyn. I said, she gets upset when she goes in the comments and reads what people say about me, right? And I said, Marilyn, they have nothing better to do with their life. Imagine how sacred life is, how valuable each moment is. And you're going to take time out of your precious life to go on somebody's channel and write something negative or something. How sick are you? When every step you take, every breath you take, you're getting close to that autopsy table. The coroner is waiting for your ass, but y'all don't believe it. Y'all don't believe it. It doesn't matter how many funerals you go to, how many obituaries you read in the paper. It doesn't matter how many people dying around you. You're still going to shuffle around here like you're going to be here forever. No. You're getting closer and closer to that autopsy table. And once you get there, guys, you dead, okay? All that other stuff y'all be talking about, oh, he talked to Jesus and he walked in heaven, you a damn lie. Because once they cut you once they cut you open like that, they pull all that out, you're dead. Go get us. If the media is pushing this nonsense, this news, they are. All you got to do is cut it off. That's all you got to do. I try to talk about things relevant to the Philippines because you're coming over here. Now imagine if all I was doing was gossiping, just telling those stories over and over and over, which I tell them as a lesson, but I don't tell them over and over. That's not all I talk about. I really talk about my life and what you're going to expect over here, right? Anthony Oversee said, Calvin, this is the best move I've ever made. People thought I was crazy when I told them that I was going to retire at 60 and move to the Philippines. I'm living my dream life here. Thank you, brother, for getting us back on topic. Because the experts didn't get to you, but they get to a lot of people. I'm going to tell you something, man. I built that guest house not only for my viewers and subscribers, but also for my friends and family. Has one of my many friends and family ever took me up on that deal? Not one. And they probably will never do it because they're experts. It's usually well-meaning friends and family, fellow experts, and vloggers. They're going to try to discourage you, Anthony. They're going to say, you don't have enough money. You can't live over here on $1,000 per month. This is what they're going to tell you. They don't even know you. They don't know what you like. They don't know anything about you. They just coming off the top of their head and like, you need 3,000 over here. That's bullshit. My biggest, because see, the algorithm doesn't help me anymore like it used to. But my biggest viewed video was the $3,000 budget is a myth. It is a myth. Because I lived over here for years with half of that. Hey, Mr. Glass. Golden Gate says, I'll never forget my 4-month trip to Brazil. Changed my life forever. That's what I got right here, man. You just got to take that first step. You got to get out of there. You really have nothing to lose, really. You have everything to gain. Okay, so what? You spend all your money and don't work. Go back home. Now, I won't argue with the fact that there's jobs there. That's the money capital on the planet. I will agree with you there. And people are basically knocking on your door for a job. I mean, that's why, I've got two daughters that I'm so angry with. I'm like, stop asking me for money. I'm in the Philippines. You're in America. I should be asking you for money. Get off your lazy butt and go get a job and keep it. I use that $1 billion brain of yours and create a job. See, because we're talking about I got a lot of pushback about, I said you don't need a degree to make it here, right? But what's the first thing you degree cocksuckers do the minute you walk across that stage with your degree, smiling from ear to ear? You go out begging for a job. You can't create your own job. So that's what I'm talking about. A degree is useless. Unless you're some type of doctor or some type of specialist, you don't need it. I didn't need it. Many millions of people don't need it, but they push back on me. That's the first thing you do when you graduate. Or now that over in America, they're coming on campus. They're recruiting. Thank God for that, because if they wasn't recruiting, your ass would be out. E.C. Buono says the opinion others have of you, Cal, isn't your business. They have no idea what a life you have now. The Matrix is real. I'm glad I escaped. Keep it gritty, Cal. Thanks, man. And this is real. How can somebody really, it's hard. The guy just said it. He said, Cal, you just don't understand. We're looking at you from the Matrix. And I keep forgetting that. So it's hard for me to relate because I've left the Matrix 5 years ago. So it's hard for me to relate with you guys. I mean, only from revision. But right now, I'm not over there. I haven't been there for 5 years, man. So that's why I get into it with a lot of guys, they say, you don't like when people disagree. No, I don't. I don't like the ignorance that I see in my comments. Because most people are commenting based on the title of the video. They don't watch it. If they watched it, YouTube tells me how long people are watching each video I make on average. They run all those numbers for you. And if all the comments were watching my videos all the way through, I would have a bigger number there than what it is. If I make, like today, I made 11-minute video, and then YouTube comes back and says, well, the average length of people watching this video is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's just say. I haven't looked at it yet. That means over half the people aren't even watching the video, really. Because some people make comments, I know they watched it all because they'll say something that I said at the end, and they'll comment on something like that. But it's hard for me to relate. Y'all can't relate to me. That's why y'all see, why is he so excited over there? Why is he so passionate? Lower your voice. I'm not in a damn library, man. I'm at home, in my own bedroom. Why don't you act like the rest of us? Frank Ellis said, did everybody ever notice in the Flintstones, all the characters wore the same clothes every day? Yeah. Because it really doesn't matter if you take a bath and the clothes are clean. Raise your hand if you knew that at one point in his life, when he first graduated from law school, Nelson Mandela wore the same suit of clothes every day for 5 years straight to save up the money to build that first little dirt house that he built for his family. Did you even know that? See, that's focus. He said he didn't read his book. It's big. If you don't like to read, you're not going to read it. You can listen to it. A Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela. He said people would get on the bus and stare him down and say, didn't you wear those clothes yesterday? He wore the same suit of clothes, ladies and gentlemen, 5 years in a row, every single day. Now, the rest is history. Hey, Uncle Buck, he says, hello, big fella. I see you soon when I head back, Mr. Philippines. Heaps, have a good day. He said, retiring and leaving the country is the most sane thing to do, in my opinion. Yeah, but see, in my opinion, too, you don't have to stay gone, but at least see something different. Travel and see the world. Otherwise, you're going to have a very limited view of the world, of the people, what's going on around you. Most of us have been programmed over there. We don't think there's anything else out here. So we stay there, going around and around in circles on that little dot. That's all we do. We like the same things. The same things are attractive to us. We're chasing the same women. We're doing the same, chasing the same jobs, because you've been programmed like that. You don't use your brain over that. You don't even have to. When you come out here like I did with $17,000 in 1900 per month, and you know the people in the matrix, you got enough to make it in the Philippines. The point of the video was that's outside of contemporary Western thinking. Nobody would ever retire with $17,000, and that's it in 1900. But I'm not just anybody. That was the point. You know, they was like, man, why don't you save more money? Well, we never have enough money. Why don't you wait a little longer? Don't get us at Calvin. None of your family has ever come to the Philippines to visit you. No, but I've always been a trendsetter in my family. Okay. I've got a nephew who is a U.S. contractor in Iraq. He's got a passport because he has to have one. I don't believe anybody else has a passport in my family. Now, I know my brother, my oldest brother, he goes on cruises, but you don't need a passport book for that. You need a passport card. And I think my sister's the same way. But I honestly don't believe that no one in my family has a passport but me. Soldier for God, thanks for that super chat. And I want to thank you too, brother, because you gave me an idea that I'm working on right now when you called me Deacon Clap Cheeks. That was hilarious, by the way. He said, Deacon Clap Cheeks has a ring to it. When I told him, I said, I don't want to marry a woman on the motherboard. I have no desire to be a deacon. You know, they sit on the front row every Sunday, you know, everything the preacher says, yeah, preacher, you know, and y'all know, you've been to church before. But he says, the first Matrix movie, Cypher said, ignorance is bliss. It is. So when you see somebody out here doing something totally different than what everybody else is doing, man, you think they're weird. Because you're like sheep. When I made that video, y'all, I hope y'all caught that reference. It's the reason I did it. Like, you know, I'm not a sheep, I'm a lion. We're sheep over there, man. You're all following the same stuff. The NBA, you all think the same stuff is important over there. Once you get out of line and you start thinking for yourself, man, it opens up a whole new world. You're going to start looking at people, places, and things totally different when you don't need anybody's validation. No, yeah, you gave me a great idea, man. You know, he was born, Deacon Clap Cheeks was born on that day. Yeah, that useless goat. Wait. That useless goat debate. It's become the center of conversation over there. That that has become as big as the debate itself. It's useless. We could talk about this all day, guys, but they've made that a point of reference in America, like that's really important. Oh, who's better, LeBron or James? Who's better at throwing a little ball through a metal hoop? By the way, you're not solving cancer, you're not doing anything else, but who's better at doing that? They forgetting about all the pioneers and everything, all the people who are going to come after Jordan and LeBron. They've made it out of this big, like it's really important that we decide between LeBron and Jordan. And it's going to go on and on. It's like now it's become so bad. It's like the COVID, it's like the vaxxers against the non-vaxxers. Pro-life against, abortion rights. It's become that big over there, but it's useless. People get their damn blood pressure. Well, what's John talking about? Okay, John McAnuff says, so Cal, I'm here in Manila. I have a Filipino I'm with right now. I was talking to her for years since COVID started. Now I met her here. Would I be considered insane? Why would you be considered insane? Unless you sent us $85,000. How much money was you sending her? Now, you're going to be all the way honest? Or are you just going to give us that? Are you going to be all the way honest? Since you met her and you was talking to her for years. Now, what man in the West has been talking to a Filipino for years and didn't send any money? What was your final tally before you got over here and got the tune-up? Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Let's get real. Don't just come over here and make yourself look like you're the exception. There was a guy from Australia. He messaged me right after my interview with Alan. He said, yeah, I've been talking to a woman for 2019. I sent her 550,000 pesos without ever meeting her, as if it makes him better than Alan. I mean, that's just as crazy, guys. Believe it or not. She can build a house with that over here. Yeah, well, I don't know. Golden Gate says the sad truth is that a lot of people are living their lives vicariously through these pro athletes. Not good for self-development and exploration. Yeah, they're hanging their hopes on the backs of these 20 and 21-year-old athletes, not even pros, college. Go to Lexington, Kentucky, and follow that University of Kentucky basketball team. And you want to see how people, hang their hopes and dreams on the backs of these athletes. It would drive you crazy. You wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, man, it's only a basketball team. They're praising the uniform, really, because every year there's different players that put the uniform on, but they're crazy about it, man. I mean, if they lose, they won't come to work the next day because they know they're going to have to hear about it. Or they'll say something like, it's how sick it's gotten over there, but it's been this way for a long, long time. I stopped following sports years and years ago, really since I started coming over here. They'll say, we play tonight. We play tonight. They sound like the damn, remember, it was like the damn house slave. When the boss says he's sick, we sick, boss. And that's how they sound over there. We play tonight. We're going to the playoffs. We won a championship last year. You ain't won nothing. You sitting on the couch over there. We this and we that. The loyalty is crazy, man. Who we align ourselves with over there. Meanwhile, you buy all these expensive jerseys and all that stuff, right? Meanwhile, your mother can't borrow $20 to get back and forth to work. TJ said, laugh my ass off. Is definitely never been as serious about those other rivalries, but I feel your central point. It is though, man. It is. People are crazy about this GOAT. I've got a friend on Facebook. His name is George. We worked together for years. Every single day, that's all his posts about. You Jordan jockers, he calls them. And then he'll post something with LeBron in his prime. And they got all these figures on one side. Here's LeBron, here's Jordan. It's so stupid. It's so childish, really. Like, man, y'all got to have something better to do over that than that. We play tonight. They'll never learn, man. Straight from roots. Yeah, Mendingo. Yeah. Something about, we sick, balls. We sick, balls. Yeah, Frank Tate says, I hate to see any guy pay and not get to play. Poor Allen. Yeah. But is the play even worth it anymore? I think we've overplayed that, Frank. I think we've overvalued that. Is that worth the $20 million that I've spent over here? Hell, I'd rather be Allen. Cut my losses at $5 million. Johnny S says it's a trip that Michael Jordan hasn't played in the NBA for over 2 decades. Yeah, but it's insane to compare an active player to somebody who isn't even playing anymore, hasn't played forever. And then why Jordan? Why not? Why not Kareem or why not Wilt? But what difference does it make? Can't they all be great? Why you gotta put them together? These two. This is how they get us over there. They want to put you head to head, see? And it's like, man, can't we both win? I'm winning more than you. We do the same thing over here, guys. The woman I'm with is better looking than the one you with. Look at the guy says it right here. Stop picking women who have nothing going for themselves. There are plenty with a job, a degree, have something to build with. And then he says, and I said, yeah, keep dreaming. Oh, I'm doing it. Oh, my girlfriend has got 2 houses. I met her in the Middle East. Like, okay, now what? How's that going to affect me? So we're going to go back and forth. You the GOAT in the Philippines. That we're going to have that discussion now. You the GOAT. It's stupid. Man, y'all crazy over there, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, but really are they? Are they really jealous? Or do they have, they just have nothing else to do? Is all I'm saying. Boohoo says, how did Calvin not have 100,000 subs? It's because, first of all, the algorithm basically just wiped his hands of me. But another one is, it's that competition thing. It's a competition. They don't realize there's enough room at the top for everybody. They won't share my vlogs. They won't put me on their panels. Imagine having a panel about the Philippines, guys, when your target audience is black men, basically. And then you have a panel on the Philippines and not invite Sunshine Shoulders. Come on, guys. That's pure hate right there. Okay? Anytime you get ready to say that I'm not relevant over here, and all these big passport bros, they'll come to the Philippines. They never reach out to me like I don't even exist. See, that's hate, man. That's the kind of LeBron James versus Jordan hate that we don't need. That's why I don't have 100,000. Tell me somebody on here as organic as I am, with all the raw stuff, the real nitty gritty stuff I'm giving y'all. Okay, not all this old fancy editing and all this old movies and all that old foolishness and all this old reaction videos and talking about other people and all that. You can't name another one. I made the vloggers here step their game up. Go back and look at Filipino P's videos before I came on board, before I came on the scene. Well, I'm just answering your question. You know, so it's okay to toot your horn sometimes, you know, but the fact that people come over here to the Philippines, black men with these big channels, big following, and then don't invite me on their panels like I don't exist. Like, you know, come on, guys, get real, okay? Gerald Wilkins said, Cal, I said this previously, most humans just don't get what living truly is all about. Man, you know, you won the live stream for this because this is exactly right. Because guess what? They're following the followers over there. They're telling you what a real life is supposed to look like instead of you discovering it for yourself and saying, okay, this is the way I want to live. I don't care what everybody else is doing. Here's my freedom right here. This is what I want to do. I may not have the millions of dollars. My woman may not have 2 houses and all that foolishness, right? But here's my truth right here. Here's what makes me happy. And then I'm going to run with that, but we won't do that. We got to have the same car. You see somebody else, they were talking to 2 NBA guys the other day. Believe it or not, they both asked them, well, what's the first thing you bought when you got your signing bonus, right? I think it was, what Metcalf from Seattle and what's the other guy? Damn it, Justin Jefferson. They were talking to them. And Justin Jefferson says, a Mercedes 600, blah, blah, blah. Now, of all the cars in the world you could buy, right? So he says that. They asked Metcalf, he said, he's embarrassed to say it. He bought the same damn car. Like, dude, of all the cars in the world and all the money you got, you know, but we're living the same lives over there. We're chasing the same women, the jobs, the whole 9 yards. They laid it out for us, Gerald, and we're following it like a bunch of sheep. Now, when you get out of line and say, well, hell, I don't even have a car. That's not even in my plans. They look at me like I'm crazy. Even when I tell them I don't even have a motorcycle because it doesn't fit in the mode that everybody else is into. I'm so glad I came over here, man, a long time ago. I was like, man, I saw another way to live. Is this the only way? No, but it's certainly another way. And it's in direct contrast to the life I was living before. I'm not following anybody over here but myself. And when you following yourself, life gets real uncertain. And that's just how I like it. Because there's nobody in front of you. You got to make your own decisions. Hell, when you got a whole line of people in front of you, hell, you might as well just take your damn brain out. What they call that front part of your brain? You might as well just take that out. You don't need it. "53 Shades Darker" says, I think these big bloggers are scared of you. I think they know you will be blunt and they fear it's going to scare some folks away. They know they filter things and they know you don't. But you may be true about that 53 Shades Darker. But he asked me, says, why don't you have 100,000? Because they're not pushing me on their subscribers like I do people. You know, like they was talking the other day on that big interview where the one thing I did agree with Cat Williams when he said, hey, man, when you get up there, who did you put on? Who did you bring with you? Who did you help? See, and that's what I say. I mean, I'm putting people on over here, okay? But nobody wants to put me on. They don't want me to be up there. So I'm okay with 53,000. I'm excited as hell, really. because I never dreamed that I would have 53,000, let alone 5,000. Hal Funkbay says, if you had 2 weeks to live, would you be tripping on these celebrities? I don't think so, Cal. Well, I'm not. We're making a point, Hal. You've come on late. No, we're making a point that y'all live y'all whole life doing that over there. Now, Cat Williams is the president of black people over there now. For an interview he did, by the way. Forget all the doctors and all the people doing the research and the educators and all that. Forget them. They mean nothing. The most important thing to us now was that interview he did a couple of days ago. That's foolishness. I left all that behind, guys. Yeah, it's the frontal lobe, but they call it the medulla something. Yeah. Obligata or something. You might as well just take that and just get rid of it because you're not using it. Yeah, he said no car, no woman in the Matrix. Yeah. But see, a lot of these guys, they're buying subs. There's no way on the planet Earth, him and the Tom LaChon, those guys have got 100-something thousand just like that. But when you look at their views and when you look at the views on their videos, it doesn't reflect that. You know, I like Alex. He stayed in my guest house before. But if that's important to people, it's important to them. It's not important to me. Just because they got 100 don't mean I gotta have 100. I don't want to take any shortcuts, guys. I don't want to do it. They're taking shortcuts. Okay, I'll say it. You know, if you got 100,000, your view count should be up there. You should have a community growing up around you, which they don't. Gerald Wilkins says, I agree wholeheartedly, Cal. I wish my wife would move so I won't terribly to leave the U.S. I lived abroad for 8 years, several years ago. Yeah, see, that's something you got to work out, man. You know, remember we made the choice to get married to your wife. So, hell, I know y'all go on vacations together, right, Gerald? Can't you talk her into, hey, let's compromise. Let's do 6 months outside and 6 months here. Whatever she wants to do. Yeah, that medulla oblongata. Yeah, they might as well take that out because we're not using it. We're not even using it. We're just following everybody else, man. I was a Christian because my mother was a Christian. That's all it was. I like the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns fan. So I like the Cleveland Browns. But then, I'm just saying, guys, I'm not trying to start any count. I'm just speaking my mind. Okay, but these guys have had panels, and they'll have my trolls on there. If you're going to talk about the Philippines, why would you have Apple Hernandez on the damn, you're going to tell me I don't have anything to say? Not one time have you said, it's not just Richie Mack. It's all of them, all the big ones that are bigger than me. I don't have anything. I have nothing but respect for all of them. But at some point, you got to ask yourself, how you going to keep having these panels about the Philippines and you don't want my input? I don't matter. I'm not relevant. It's bullshit. Doe Getter said, yeah, lots of YouTubers buy views and subscribers. He said, you can see from how light the comments are. Yeah. Now, what YouTube would do for you, it don't even do for me anymore. They used to about once or twice a year. the YouTube algorithm will take one of your videos, whichever one was closest to the algorithm, and they'll put it out there. And you'll have a video that you probably thought was going to get 6,000 or 8,000 views. It'll end up with 100,000 or something. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you how different it's changed for me. Remember, I told you, okay, well, my biggest video was actually a couple of years ago when I did the about a year and a half ago when I interviewed the guy up in the mountains. When they asked me for help, he didn't want the help. He was like the, Grizzly Adams type guy. I got 350,000, and I got one earlier than that, like in 2021. The $3,000 budget is a myth. It's like 325 or whatever, right? But for 2023, don't you know my biggest my largest viewed video was when I interviewed Rodney, the 75-year-old man who's got the 23-year-old girlfriend. He got 85,000. I haven't got anywhere near there ever since. The most is like 30,000 because the YouTube doesn't pick me up anymore. I mean, the algorithm. I mean, you'll see it. Go on any of these channels. You'll see like the guy may only have 2,000 subscribers, but one of his videos that have like 100-something thousand because the algorithm does that for you about once or twice a year, but it doesn't do me like that anymore. Y'all are keeping me alive. Without my core base, man, I'm done. Nobody's making videos deep like I'm making over here, man. And I'm lucky to get 6,000 views. I'm happy for that, though. But I'm just saying, guys, it's not a fair playing field. Golden Gate says maybe Deacon Clap Cheeks could start performing lobotomies. Y'all gonna like it, man. When this Deacon Clap Cheek, he was born. But I gotta give Soldier for God the credit. Because I said, man, I have no desire to marry a woman to date a woman on the motherboard. And I don't want to be a deacon. He said, Deacon Clap Cheeks has a ring to it. He said, it does have a ring to it. I was like, wow. I don't really know. He says he's been to the Philippines walking street every time. He said, where else can I go and have a similar pay-for-play experience other than Angeles City? Well, Mango Square, I do that's the conventional play-to-play. I do the unconventional. We pay we take the long way around. When we pay, you go straight to, you go from A to B. But they got Mango Square in Cebu. And what's the red light district in Manila? Help him out. But see, I don't do that. Excuse me. What time is it? Charles said, Cal, your live streams are the best, man. I mean, but they just don't want to give me the credit, man. That's all I'm saying. The guy asked me, why ain't I? Because people ask me all the time, says, that's all you got. And I'll be like, man, I'm glad I got 53. You know how hard it is to get 53? You know how hard it is just to get a following where people will watch your videos, for any considerable period. It's very, very hard. Okay. But I look around and I ask myself that sometimes. Like, what is going on? But maybe this is the universe, because remember, the universe will sift you out. The universe will put the obstacles there. And I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about the forces of nature, right? I'm talking about you can push until finally you break through. Some people, right when the door is getting ready to give, they'll stop. Or they get right to the top of the hill, get ready to get over there, and they run back down. See, that's true. That happens. So I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to quit, because I know that's how the universe works. It sifts out the pretenders. And remember, I don't want shortcuts. I'm not gonna suck a dick for 100,000, and to get into the algorithm. Just Me says it's not where you are, but who you are. America, Philippines, Africa. You can be a fool anywhere in the world. Yeah. Well, I agree with you there. Wherever I go, there I am. But I just so happen to be here in the Philippines. So that's why I'm always talking in reference to the Philippines. Okay. Yeah, but this is true, man. Emmanuel Jones, he says the most powerful things I've heard you say. And you said it before. Don't stop pressing until you break through. That's just the universe is going to sift you out, man. I mean, the very first day that I got hired as an insurance agent, the universe was there. He knew I was bashful. Now, I didn't say he, the forces of the universe knew that I was shy, I was bashful. I was afraid. Don't you know that my manager put me out of the car? I didn't even know it was coming. We had just got finished eating lunch. I'm thinking he's going to keep driving me around, introducing me to my book of business. No, he stopped at these apartments and put me out and said, go in there and get some business. He said, I'll be back in an hour. And man, I started to quit right there. I was terrified. I had to go knock on some doors, cold call at this place. And that was the universe testing me. And I passed the test because I had like 3 names when he came back. He was shocked. I don't think I got any sales, but the fact that I went and knocked on them doors, man, try it. If you think I'm playing, if you don't think that takes a lot to do. And I'm in a whole other city, really, where nobody knows me. He just stopped the car. He said, yeah, go. I want you to go cold call those apartments. Had I balked and said, no, that's okay, because I was ready to quit right then and there. All the doors that opened would have stayed closed, man. You're going to get tested. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Hey, Frank, he says, Calvin, the thing that makes your show good is that you seem like the everyday guy that made a move that many guys wish they had a prayer to do the same. And that's all I am, Frank. See, you've been around long enough. You know that to be true. That's the whole point of my vlogs. To say, hey, man, if I get it, you can do it. But it's not easy. It's not as easy as I may appear to make it seem. But it's not impossible. Certainly, if I can do it, you can do it too. But that's the whole point. But people always, they'll go back 3 years or something. I said, well, you said this 3 years ago. Well, that's called growth. And then you got some guys, they're going to stay stuck on that. The video I made about bar girls, right? Everybody that has half a brain, because I've had to tell people this thousands of times. I didn't say go out and marry a bar girl. I said, you don't know the difference between a bar girl and the girl you meet online. Because once they get off from work and they put on the Filipino clothes, the short shorts, the skinny jeans and all that, they got the same qualities, okay, that we love in all Filipinas. There's no way you could tell. That's what the whole video was saying. But I'm over here, okay, because I saw, every now and then I'll look at my buddy. His name is, what's his channel? In the Heart of the Philippines with CJ. Well, he made a video and it had nothing to do with me, but some guy down in the comments says, yeah, I never liked Sunshine Show. Now, why he thinks that? Because he gave some bad advice about marrying bar girls. And I'm like, come on, dude. We want to hold on. And so I clicked on his profile because you can do that. It's a black guy, right? And I'm thinking, man, why do y'all keep doing that over and over? You know what that video was about. If you don't, go back and watch it again. I'm not telling you to marry anybody. I'm just telling you that you'll never know. How would you know? the woman you met online was not a bar girl. You would never know unless she told you. That's all. Nathaniel Drug Free said, I sold life insurance, but I didn't stay in it as long as you. I hated it. My friend was a great insurance agent. It wasn't for me. Well, 80% of new insurance agents are out of business in 1 year. Okay, if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not easy. That's the sifter that nature does it. Yeah, Joe, he says, doors are open in life, but it's up to you to walk through it. And most of us, we don't have the courage to do it. Or we're so comfortable in our present circumstances that we say, okay, what's the point? I'm making $30 an hour at Ford, when it may be millions waiting for you around the corner. You're satisfied. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're right. It's up to us. And that's what's stopping people from coming over here or anywhere and living their dreams no matter where you are. There's some expert around them. The best friend, the family. You know, when I started my business, see, I had a business before my insurance business. It was called Calvin's Amazing Things. And what I used to do, I used to sit up all night on eBay, scouring the internet, looking for liquidations. And I'd buy the liquidations, and then I'd sell the stuff for profit. Well, you know, one of my sisters said, well, you know, what makes you think that you can have a successful business? Nobody in the family's ever had a successful business. See, those are the experts. Those are the people who want to get in your way. They know all they got to do is just plant that one seed of doubt. And that one seed is enough to stop everybody. You know, the religious people talking about that, what they say? The faith as small as the mustard seed, right? Well, that doubt as small as a mustard seed is all it takes too. Because once they plant it, it's going to sprout, and then you're like, oh, what the hell? They're right. Because about 3 people tell you no, and you done. Not realizing that every no brings you closer to a yes. I learned that. Every no brings you closer to a yes. And I learned something from Agmendino. He said, you know, sometimes as an insurance agent, we'll have a sale at the end of the day and we're ready to quit. He said, no, don't ever do that. He said, try to follow that up with another sale. And I used to do that. And if I didn't, he said, don't ever end the day on a bad note either. So I would have to go again until sometimes, man, I'd be out there at 8 o'clock. But it paid off for me, man. I'm talking about living a life, guys, I never knew existed. I was a crackhead, a real crackhead. If you know what a crackhead is, man, I'm talking about I was a good guy at first who got introduced to that stuff. And man, my life went off the rails. I was bad. It's hard to get high every day like that. It's a miserable, miserable life. And to be able to turn it around and do a 180 and go from that to being the head of your own insurance agency, guys, I'm not bragging. I'm giving somebody some hope. It's possible, man. I was telling Mike and them last night, it got so good for me. In 2010, I earned 267,000 US dollars, right? But I only worked actually 3 months. The other 9 months, I was over here. I had other people running my business, which eventually became my downfall. But I dreamed it, man. I put it up here and I started taking baby steps. That's all you got to do. And I stopped listening to the experts. They said, you don't have any insurance. Any experience in insurance. You've only been in insurance for so many years. You don't have, why do you have an FMO contract? Nobody's going to work for you, right? You'll never learn Medicare Advantage, they said. It's too hard. You live in a state where there's only 8% black people. The white people aren't going to let you manage their insurance, they said. The experts, guys, they're always getting in the way of your dreams. To the point, man, I just said, fuck it. The same way I did with the money when I came over here. Next thing I know, they were in my rearview mirror, getting on somebody else's back, holding somebody else back. Well, it wasn't going to work on me. It wasn't going to work on me. And the same people that used to laugh at me started laughing with me. Okay? When I'd have parties at my house, me and my wife, I would make sure that we invited our worst hater, the number one doubter would always be there at some of my greatest celebrations. And we did that here. One of Marilyn's friends, was so jealous of her, hated on me, and anything I do, she's telling my wife, right? When we had the house warming for this house, we invited her. She's in the front with the candles and by the priest and all that, right? We did that on purpose. I took that right out of my book from at home. But yeah, these old experts, they'll stop you in your tracks if you let them. But they know now to quit bothering me. It's the same with the trolls. See? That's the nature shifting. Can you handle this, people? They're not even trolls. They're stalkers. Filing false allegations, doing everything to get me over here. Until finally, they just gave up. Because that's what the universe would do. They'll say, well, hell, I can't stop this Calvin Roach. He's not going to stop. No matter what I put in his way, he's going to keep going. A divorce, I'm going to keep going. Lose his house, he keeps going. That's what it takes, guys. And pretty soon, those experts will leave you alone. Just like they leave all successful people alone. But they haven't really gone anywhere. Okay? They're still hanging around just in case you slip. But after a while, even they leave and be like, let's give up. This game slipping. Hey, Jeffrey Taylor. He said, good life, Cal. You always give us open-minded thinking. That's all it is, guys. You know, time's not running out, but your life is. So you can listen to them experts, what they say. You're too old, Jeffrey. You're too old. You don't have enough money in your 401k. You're not in good enough shape. She's using you. There's no good women over there in the Philippines. You're buying love over there. You might as well stay home. Here's what this guy said. You can get that at home. No, you can get that at home. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm following me now. See, and it's so the view is so clear when you follow yourself because nobody's in front of you. Step out of line, even just for temporarily, guys. Just step out of line for one day. Stop doing what everybody else is doing. Turn the damn NFL off or the NBA or whatever it is everybody else is watching and do something that you really want to do. Take the baby steps towards your goal, man. I guarantee you, you're going to wake up one day inside of your dream. I've done it. I'm not selling anything on here. I'm just telling you from a fact, from experience. But that's what the whole video is about. Because they're going to do it the minute you decide that you're going to step out of line and you're going to do something that nobody else has done in your family or in your circle of friends or on your job or whatever it is. They coming. They coming, man. You're not educated enough. He said, Camper said, Cal, why do you keep saying he's a black guy or he was a black guy? How about that? Yeah, because it's that LeBron James and Michael Jordan type of hate. I mean, can't they both win? Why are you going to pit two great basketball players together and their fans against each other? It just so happens that my greatest haters, man, the ones who go so deep down are black men. I don't get it. But some of my greatest followers and supporters are black. I don't know how that came about. But the white people and the racists, they've left me alone. It's only black people left now who are bothering me, who have bad shit to say about me. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm going to tell you the truth, man. Okay? When I went to Angeles City up there wasn't a white guy trying to make a video about me and shame me and put me down. It was a black man. Okay? These big vloggers, okay, when their whole audience is black, these are black men who won't invite me on their channels to try to boost me out there. Okay? They'll use my ideas and stuff like that. Okay? That's why I said that. Those are the ones that keep going around spreading that about that that video. It wasn't about that. They're the ones who, because he said, here's another thing he said. He left his wife over there in America with a couple of kids, right? Another just spreading lies, right? You know, black men. You know, like we're like why, man? You know, you come all the way over here, 8,000 miles. We can all win over here. You don't have to win at my expense. But I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not gonna lie about it. You know, that's why I say it. Because it shocks me. It angers me that we can't get along over here. I got black men right here in San Carlos City that won't speak to me. Because of shit they doing, not what I'm doing. So yeah, that's why I said it. You know, I didn't see Cat Williams. He threw what? Harvey Weinstein under the bus, but hell, Harvey Weinstein been under the bus a long time. Most of the people he was throwing under the bus were black men. You know, but I just don't get it, man. You know, I'm talking about, it's not the type of, you know, shallow hate, you know, on that surface hate. They go deep, man. I mean, they really looking to take my jugular out. They're the ones who want me out of the Philippines the worst. Some guy says, on another video, you know, these are guys I've let come on my damn channel, but they'll let that shit simmer on the comments. He says, yeah, he's like Tim K. His war is welcome out. And why would you spread something like that the Filipino people are turning against him? No, they're not, dude. You know, stop with all that. He said, I think a lot of these guys think LeBron is the GOAT, and you might have older guys say MJ is the GOAT. Since I'm old, I'll go with MJ. Yeah, but it's not even an argument to have. They're playing in a total different era. LeBron James is playing in the three-point era, basically. You know, that's why when I see these guys, everybody, you remember when we were growing up, if somebody scored 50 points, that was like unbelievable. Hell, somebody scoring 50 every night here. I mean, 30 was big then. Now, hell, 30 is nothing. Hell, LeBron's 40 years old and he's averaging down to 30. But yeah, guys, you know, we can all win over here. But these are the experts. Remember, I told you, it's not just your friends and family. It's fellow expats and bloggers. They'll try to discourage you from living your dream. And I don't have any problems with anybody. It's like, man, I come over here to live my best life. There was a men's group that was started by black men. I was the subject. I'm living an extravagant lifestyle over here and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that, right? And I'm like, come on, guys, y'all can do better. And these are grown-ass men, okay? The hub of SW says, sad but true, a few days ago, I saw a podcast hating on Calvin, and most of the negative comments were from black men. I was shocked. Now, well, don't be shocked. But they're not going to stop me. If they haven't stopped me already, what makes you think they're going to stop me? That's misery. Hey, CT Hill. Yeah, Will scored 100 without a three-pointer. But he's not even in the discussion. It's a stupid discussion. You know, why can't you like both of them? I mean, they going at it, guys. Yeah, can we all just get along? Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. Frank said, Cal, this is why I love the song, The Greatest Love of All. That is the way I've lived my life. In that way, I've never lived in anyone's shadow. That's right. Look, nobody's in front of me, Frank, and the vision is so clear. The minute I stepped out of line, stopped following the followers, they don't even know where they're going. So they're leading you or they're misleading you. So you end up working at a factory or doing something you ain't got no business doing. Okay? Yeah, haters gonna keep hating, but it's just a shame, guys. He said if they were counting 3 pointers back in the 70s, pistol people before I had the pack. Yeah, they keep. I don't get it. Yeah, it is an empty argument. He said, do more with your life. This is a big world. He says, have you got a group here that helps newcomers count? We all do. The new man, all he has to do is, this channel was started because it was geared toward the new man and woman. We get off track every now and then, but that's really why it's here. Because there's still a lot of mystery about the Philippines. People are afraid. So what I try to do, I try to get away from get rid of a lot of those myths and all of that, and all of that false stuff that's going out here. That you're gonna get kidnapped over here, and they don't like black people over here. It's dangerous over here, and all of that. Yeah, not many, but it's enough. Then you got some in the United States, but I can guarantee you this: just about every black vlogger over here, if he was a man, not the ones who came before me, but the ones who came after me, I tried to help them. I can tell you that with certainty. And how do they pay me back? I just told you. Yeah, but yeah, any new guys, just ask a question. Hey, 53 Shades Darker says some people want to see the next man climb the ladder. I had someone on this channel talk crap about me and don't know 2 cents about me. He's black. He's just jealous. He's on here. Yeah, I don't get that. And life goes by too quickly for that stuff. We can all win over here. That's the message I'm trying to put out there. I promise you, man, I don't have a problem with anybody. I threw in the white towel a long time ago. But it's clickbait. That's what gets them views. That's what gets them views. And so, okay. He said, yeah, they'll kidnap you. He said, that's what a friend of mine told me. They'll kidnap you and cut your head off. Anyway, I still have my head. Now, they will do that in certain parts. That's why I try to tell people what areas to avoid. You don't want to be wandering around here, like I told Geechee Lion. You don't want to be wandering in the Philippines. You mess around and wander into the wrong place. You better know where you're going, guys. Because there are people over here who don't like you. And they will cut your head off. Now, see, here's some great news. But if I made a video about this RLV, I may get 500 clicks from my most uh, stringent fans. But he says the Philippine December inflation is 3.9%, which is unbelievable, guys. Y'all got to realize that at one time it was it was hovering near 9% here from November, which is 4.1%. And you'll see that difference in the fuel, the food, the different things like that. But yeah, inflation's way down. That's great news right there. Yeah, I think I know who this is. I mean, he needs to get another voice thing to disguise his voice uh, even more. Because, you can tell by see, you can't, just like success leaves footprints, hate leaves footprints. You can tell by people's thumbnails, by their subject matter, the certain things that they say. I know who that Philippine truth is. There's no doubt in my mind, I know who that is. Boo, who says, family will stab you in the back, can't expect better from strangers. Yeah, right. And it doesn't bother me. It doesn't stop me. Merlin's the one who reads that stuff. He said, looks like Geech's side on the Philippines. I think he's just getting settled in. That's why I kind of encouraged him to move here. I want to kind of help him, man. I don't want him to come over here because I'm going to tell you something, man. People don't care, Frank, about you for real. They'll say, oh, he's a grown man. Let him, handle his own self and all that. And I don't believe that. If I see somebody who's earnestly trying, which he is, I want to help him, man, at least say I tried. And then if he turns around and goes home, at least I'll say I tried. But that's the point, guys. We're 8,000 miles away. We need each other. Okay, get you line now. Who's next that's going to struggle over here? Who say it won't be you or somebody else? But if you're not helping anybody at all, you haven't even gotten the habit of it. You're just going to walk past people that's struggling, man. Well, you ain't got nothing coming over here. Because that's the lesson that we all learn. Something goes wrong over here, buddy. Can't nobody help you over here. It's not they don't want to. Hey, Beach of Life, okay, he said checking in from rainy Bahal. Man, I wish we get some rain. We haven't gotten a spit in the rain. El Nino's on us over here. But yeah, I won't get you line to make it. But, remember, you can try to help people. They got to help themselves. His standards are way up there, man. And I was talking to him yesterday. You might have to lower them standards, man. And you're still going to be happy with what you get, but, or look in the mirror, maybe that'll help you. Not just him, but a lot of us, man. We come over here. You're not dating at all over there. Or you're dating 2s and 3s over there. But because it's the Philippines and you think you're better than people over here and all this is a downgrade from America, I want a 10 over here. I want the woman with a degree. She's got to have 2 houses like this guy. Okay, she has to have a good paying job and all that. Man, you guys are crazy. You might as well stay over there with that stuff. Okay? Why don't you just say a decent human being, okay, that takes a bath twice a day, that won't steal my money while I'm asleep? That's a woman. That might help you, see. But if you're going to keep them standards way up there, you're not going to have anything coming over here, guys. You're dreaming. See, that's what the experts will tell you. Oh, here's this guy. Yeah, I said, they got to have a job, a degree, he says, and have something to build with. He's an expert, this guy. These are the guys you watch out for. because he's in a delusion. He's never been over here. Even if the woman has all of that, that doesn't guarantee you anything. Most of the women we deal with have a job, a degree, and something to build with. You sound like a fool. But he's trying to think that his woman is better than mine and yours. That's the game we play. Like, I don't care. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You know, well, sometimes, like I said, one of the biggest mistakes we make, I'll say this before I get off here, uh, is our expectations are just too high. They'll never be met, guys. Wherever you go in the world, you have to bring them down. They're too lofty. But that's the stuff we get from the way. Oh, nothing's too good. Well, you have to, at some point, face reality. You're declining. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to go all the way down to the ground, but at least face reality that really no woman, no 10 over here, because everybody's chasing the 10s. And it's probably going to be somebody 40-something year old who's retired from the military or from the state, okay, who can stay over here all the time, because that's what the young lady said. She was being interviewed the other day. She said, I got my own income, so looks is important to me first. She said, if I didn't have a job, it might be different. So more than likely, they're going to choose somebody like that. But if you real with yourself and say, okay, I'm 60 years old, she's 30, she takes a bath twice a day, combs her hair, the police aren't looking for her, she's not on Shabu, that's a good start for me. But thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shows. I never take it for granted, man. The fact that y'all watch my videos, it's the only thing keeping me alive. I'm not going to quit, because eventually I'll push through. We're going swimming again today. I love that swimming pool over there. And once they get done, they're doing some type of rehab on it. I'm going to have my meet and greet there. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. I would never take that for granted. If you come over here and you're in the San Carlos City area, remember the guest house is available. We're painting it now on the inside, so it'll be done, because I've got a guy who's in Angeles City now, and he wants to come here. And I said, as soon as it's done, I'll let you know. But it's available. The first 2 nights are free. It's as simple as that. But you got to keep honest people honest. That's why I said after that, it's $1,000 a day, because people will take your kindness for weakness. They'll just stay there, and you can't get them out. So take care, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.